Hey, Mr. Lee, how you doing this
All
evening?
right, how are you?
Good, good. All right. So, what we're doing this evening, we're conducting an interview. I
Hmm.
want to make sure. Are you comfortable enough to do this? Would you? Do I have your permission to have your face shown?
You do.
Okay. All right. So, my first question, Mr. Lee, I'm going to ask you, where are you from?
Um, I was born in Jackson, Mississippi. Lived in
Mm-hmm.
Clinton for 10 years,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
but
How?
we moved down here because that's where my father was from, and we were here every Christmas and summer. We spent down here my whole life.
Okay. All right. And so, what age did you move down here from Clinton?
Like around 10.
10. Okay. So, how was it like back then, growing up down here, especially around Shivers? Was it Shivers? And versus Clinton, how was it like?
Clinton, was just a lot more people around, friends, and things to do. But I love the country life. I love coming down here,
Okay,
hunting, fishing, walking the dirt roads.
that's nice. And how was school like back then, growing up in school?
It was good. Get your butt whipped if you got out of line and nothing was said. We prayed and said the Pledge of Allegiance.
Okay, that's nice. And if it's okay with you, can you confide me in how was your family dynamics?
Like,
Like, I mean, you grew up, you know, in a nuclear household, like two parents, right? Were you the only child, or did you
I
have
had two older sisters.
two older sisters?
That was rough. Um, it was good. I had a good, hardworking
Uh huh.
father.
Okay.
We weren't rich, but we had what we needed.
Okay. All right.
And I had a mom that was very good.
Okay. So you describe yourself as kind of like middle class.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Then
All right. So as you grew up, as you got older, did you go to college, or what was your first job?
um, could have gone to college, but I decided not to.
Mm-hmm.
Went straight to the grocery store. Started working in the meat market.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm still there.
Okay.
Just a different store.
That's good. Mm, so you grew up in the 80s. So describe to me, how was the 80s like?
Compared to now, it was great.
Mm. In what ways?
People were just different.
Mm-hmm.
Life was just easier,
Mm-hmm.
funner.
Mm-hmm.
People got together and played pool,
Mm-hmm.
arcade games. When you was a kid, you went trick or treating without your parents because there wasn't no crime.
Mm. Simpler times. Okay.
Good times. There were still some old people left around to talk to, but all gone now.
That's good. Um, and if you will, if you're comfortable with doing this, how was your relationships like back then? Or is there something that you would like to add in particular? You know, any, if you want to, any kind of advice you want to give to young men about relationships, since you already had your share of relationships. Any advice? Or,
Don't be looking for just one thing. Find a good woman, treat her right.
okay, all right. And as you gotten older, what are some good um, what are some good things that you really appreciate as you've gotten older? What's some things you really appreciate?
having a loving family,
Mm-hmm.
still here and alive.
Mm-hmm.
Appreciate the Lord blessing me with just breath to breathe.
Mm-hmm.
Just the simple things that we take for granted. House and food.
Yeah. And do you believe in God, Mr. Lee?
I do.
Okay. What's your relationship with Him?
He's in my heart, and he's the one that runs everything,
Mm-hmm.
controls everything, no matter what I say or do.
Yeah. Absolutely. Um, and for the younger generation also, if you could go back in the past, what would you tell your younger self? What are some tips, some words of advice you would give your younger self and also to this younger generation right now?
Don't take things for granted.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I knew then what I know now, and I'd be a totally different person.
Mm-hmm.
If you're young, you still got a chance. Grab a hold of it.
Mm-hmm.
And do it.
Okay. All right. Hmm. Anything else you would like
We
to
didn't
add?
have cell phones.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, absolutely. All right. Anything else you'd like to add?
I don't know. Just, this world needs a lot of work.
Mm-hmm.
Our younger generation is going to depend on whether it happens or not.
Absolutely. Yeah. And anything you would say to your generation, you know? Just anything that they might need to improve on or work on, or anything that.
I guess we just need to try to help the younger ones that never saw what we saw, that we were blessed and
Mm-hmm.
enough to see all the time that you don't see anymore.
Yep.
And they don't know anything about it.
Yeah. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Yep.
But that's about it.
All right. Good deal. Well, it was nice interviewing you, then.
It was nice.
It was a short interview, but you know.
Hey, I don't like getting on camera, but I did it.
All right. Well, it was nice interviewing you, Mr. Lee.
Thank you.
Okay, maybe we can do it again sometime. All right. Bye.
Thank you.